What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC, and today I'm going to give you my reaction or review to House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 5. Philippa. I just finished this episode, and I'm really sitting here struggling with how to classify it, what to really say about it that is substantive, outside of saying that it was probably filler. Now, events happen in this episode that move somewhat of the story along with these characters, but mostly it's people standing in place, traipsing through backgrounds, talking about things. Not really a lot happening. Now, the end of this episode is supposed to be a stinger, but it comes off a little foul because you don't really recognize everybody who's there. Or what the implication is. But to back it up, to get to the beginning of the episode, it's kind of pointless. I mean, really, to me, it was kind of pointless. There were good scenes in it, but it was kind of a pointless episode. And off the top of my head, there were three scenes that really worked for me. One is with Deamon and Rheynera in the sept. And Rheynera is praying. And Deamon walks in laughing at her for praying to the seven. That was a good scene for me because immediately hearing Matt Smith come onto the screen and laughing as Deamon, the episode made me feel warm. It did. I liked them there talking, how it's shot over the candles, and them using High Valyrian. I thought that was cool. Even the conversation they have. All the way up until the point where she blames him, basically calling him weak because he cannot solve the problem she just created, with commanding his gold cloaks to go into town and rouse people out about people claiming the illegitimacy of her children. I'm like, that is an old argument, and that's not what they're claiming. Especially since your kid, two of your sons are dead. Her sitting back and blaming Deamon for not finding the people who were doing that is kind of bullshit because, one, he wasn't there. Two, that was her bad call. And three, it went bad because of that. Those are not the ones you use for that. You have a city watch for that. Anyway, that was one good scene. The other scene was good, was Christian Cole talking to Sir Gawain and talking about why he will persist on the path that he's on, even though he is now thwarted because he has marched his army across the lowlands, across the riverlands, to a bridge that has been burned and they cannot cross. So his campaign was a failure. Even though it started off pretty good. They had the element of surprise. They took out some folks. Cool. That second part, not so much. But having him sit there and talk about how his life has always been service to different masters. It wasn't beneficial to him. It didn't make him feel good. Sir Gawain to offer him service in the Greens camp. I get it. I get that. It was probably the best thing Kristen Cole has had, especially in so many seasons, because he got to sit there and act. And watching him sit there and act, shit, I was thinking of young Richard Gere. Now, it's brief, and I'm waiting for his men to turn on him and kill him or something like that. But it was a good scene. He wants to die as his own man, under his own control. Fine. I feel that. I agree. Go out on your own terms. Serving your master. The conversation with Alicent and Massaria, I can't fucking stand, is interesting in the sense that despite what the behind the episode says, that it's two powerful women, neither one of these women are powerful. The only thing that these two women do have in common is they both some low-class whores at times. And they have manipulated their way close to people in power. And then usurped or used that power badly to give questionable advice that only went bad. The only reason Aegon ended up on the throne is because Alicent was sitting there taking care of Viserys. And in his sickness, in his dying way, he thought she was his daughter. Heard what he said about the Song of Ice and Fire and took that to mean, no, I know what it means. He said this. And ran with it. Wrong. Massaria is there for some of the same reasons. She cajoled her way into getting out of prison and bringing her some news that one of the twins is going to come and kill you. You might be in danger. And for that, she is now a trusted advisor. Giving out some of the worst advice that is leaving her gold cloaks, her guards, unpaid. And wondering why they got traitors in their midst when people are giving out gold. You fucking idiots, dude. This woman gives some of the worst advice ever, and I don't know why she's still here in the show. I don't. She's back in, King's Landing. Why don't she just go reopen her business? Because I'm sure she does know how to do that well. But as an advisor, her advice is shit. Now, those are the three good scenes. The rest of this is mostly people passing around blame and how do we empower and elevate women in this and make men look weak as shit. I wanted to see Aemon. I got to see Aemon in this. Most of the time, he was fucking weak. Having his weirwood visions, cleaving on the Alicent like it's his long-lost mommy, crying about how he was actually mournful about what he did to Aegon and was kind of admired Aegon. Until it came time for him to defend Alicent, and then he was the attack dog that all good Sims are. Lord Ormond and Daeron Targaryen, yeah, they play a little game. They talk a little history. And out of all the people they talked about, the one that Lord Ormond pulled out was the Queen of Dorne because she was clever and cunning and had a military mind. I'm like, get all the fuck out of here with this shit. And she was stout and round of body. Not pretty, but stout. So she was an ugly fat bitch. What? Please tell me this is not in the book. Please tell me this is not in the book. That this is some off book shit that they put in there. Because that's what it sounds like. And we see how Orman is such a poor sport and a fucking loser that we're supposed to be all afraid of because he's so villainous and so cunning and so clever. He lost a chess game to a younger boy and got angry. No. It was a women-centric episode, which I guess the title of the show could be changed because it is now not House of the Dragons. It's just House of the Vaginas. Because that's how everybody is acting. Nobody makes smart decisions. And once again, you got Daemon here, and he is almost nerfed. I don't know. I cannot say I'm excited for where the show goes. And I don't even know where that is. I can't say I really have a line on where the show goes. No. Maybe it's just because I'm tired. I don't know. But I saw stuff. People moved around. You saw dragons, 2 dragons. People are looking for Vhegar. But a lot of it is men being weak and women having to step in and check them and tell them shit. I don't know. It was mostly boring. I can say that, actually. It was kind of boring. Because I'm just watching shit happen. And actually, nothing is really happening. Adam, I think I got the right one. Alan Hole, Rider of Sea Smoke. And Layla, I think that's her name correctly. You get a little bit of like a budding romance. Like he kind of into her. And since she is now without a betrothed, a future husband, she free. They both got dragons. They can piece the hell out any day of the week. But no, this heifer is worried about Rheynera not even looking at her no more. Like you trying to earn your place with her. Oh, she blazed me. That's her fault. Her son died doing his shit. He convinced you to go with him, not the other way around. She followed her betrothed, her future husband, who was making some dumbass moves. And he made another dumbass move, which ended up getting him killed. I don't think you should care about her not looking at you. You know it wasn't your fault. You know you didn't do it. So what are you still trying to gain her respect back for? You didn't lose it. She lost it. But good. They had a scene and got them 2 black folks the fuck out of there. Back on to the important folks. They're so incompetent Rheynera is so incompetent, having spent all this time in court, her father being the king. She's so goddamn incompetent. You got problems within the walls, and you want to send your best soldier, most experienced dragon rider, to go check for bridges and look for a dragon that's just flying about. Find Deamon to see where he's going. Really? That seems dumb. That seems really dumb. And he has to be the one to tell you that. You got problems within your walls. And the one thing you want to do is send the most capable one there off to go look for a dragon. And he has to be the one to tell you, hey, let's take care of these problems at home. That's immediate right now. The dragon shit can wait. We need to handle this within the gates right now because this is actually a problem. No, why won't you follow my orders? Because they're stupid. Because they are stupid. And apparently that's the only man sitting up there that has the balls to tell you that shit. At one point during this show, I was happy that Rhaenyra actually got onto the throne. It was. And right now, I'm sitting there rooting for somebody to knock her ass off of it because she's just doing it badly. I don't agree with this direction they took for her. That she is this damn incompetent with a throne she's grew up under the whole time. Even if her father was a terrible king, you still saw the way he governed, how you handled this shit. You would have learned that. No. She has a line in the show, oh, I feel like we're back on Dragonstone. Well, you might as well be. You're running this just as good. And she paranoid for what? They just want to play up that paranoia. Y'all ain't never ruled anything, huh? What are you paranoid about? The forces outside? When like Deamon keeps having to remind her, you got like 4-5 dragons. Smoke them bitches out. No. You worried about everything else. You won't pay your troops and you rob from your rich folks. And in this one, you got your actual most loyal soldiers, you know, the ones that came to your aid when you were trying to take the Iron Throne. You haven't paid them and they're being killed, and you like, fuck that. Go chase after this dragon first. Huh? You and Daemon's ass would have been cut down in the throne room if them gold cloaks wouldn't turned up and helped you out, sided with you. And now that they need you to make good on your end and people are killing them, you like, yeah, don't worry about that, Deamon. Go find Vhegar first. No. Take care of the people who take care of you. Dumbass. Fucking hell, dude. This is just, I don't know what it is now, but apparently this show is just, I don't know, commandeered or whatever, because the women who get to write episodes on this shit give you this kind of crap. One episode with distribution of wealth, and now this episode might as well been defund the police. That must just should have been the name of this episode, because that's all I'm seeing. Fucking stupid, dude. Whatever. I'm done. This is a reaction. It's not even a review. It will say review on the thumbnail. It's not a review. It's a reaction. You want to go back and watch the shit? Waste your own fucking time. I'm going to sleep because talking about it is making me more upset than watching it play out. So that's it. Like, share, subscribe, dislike. I don't give a fuck. And I'll see you next time. Peace.